Yo, what's up, y'all? You already know what it is. Imperfect Action Show today. Same as yesterday. Same as tomorrow. We take imperfect action to make things happen. We teach a principle, a lesson, some strategies that you can learn from today and immediately implement that into your business. So we're going to start this show how we always started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a text out to my community now. So you can only get direct access if you're part of the community. And if you want to be a part of the community, I'll put the number up. 213-410-4920. That's the number to join the community, get access to daily motivation and daily drip, and get direct links to whatever we have going on. So I'm going to send the community a text real quick. We are live talking sales, right? Boom. Just sent that along with them. Now I'm going to go live real quick. We're going to go live on YouTube. We are going to go live on YouTube real quick. Well, I'm on live on YouTube. What am I talking about? About to go live on Instagram real quick. We are going live on Instagram. Hopefully, because they had me blocked for a couple of days for some foolery. So we're going to see if I'm still blocked or if they let your boy live. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Nope, they still got me blocked, bro. Blocked from sharing live video. This is ridiculous. All right, well, look, on today's show, we're going to be talking about some sales strategies, right? There are some basic things. There are some basic things that most entrepreneurs are not doing. That's why they're not more successful, okay? There are some basic things that most entrepreneurs are not doing, whether you're a coach, whether you're a consultant, that they are not more successful, okay? Basic things. So when you're looking to sell, right? When you're looking to sell products and services, and you want to sell more products and services, there are basic things that entrepreneurs need to do to be more successful. And the reason why you may or may not be more successful is because you're ignoring the basic things, right? So we're going to go over some basic things. I want you to take some notes, replay this live stream if you need to. We had a guest that's supposed to come on this morning. He's a little behind, so if he's available, he'll tap in. If not, we'll bring him on a future show. What we do is we take imperfect action. So we pivot, whatever the case is, we make it happen. Shout out to the community. Ari, I see you. Max, get them pumps. I see you. And like I said, right? So, okay. The first thing that you want to do when you want to sell more is you want to make sure that your product and service actually solves a problem. All right? So you want to make sure that it solves a problem. That's number one. You want to make sure it solves a problem. So we're going to presume, for the sake of today's live, right? In today's episode, I'm going to presume that whatever you have, your product and service solves a problem. I'm just going to assume that we got that taken care of, right? You have it taken care of. It's a done deal. Now, the second thing is, if you want to start selling more, is you have to now start describing what your product or service does. So what does it do? What does it do? So let's say you have a book, or let's say you have a program, or let's say you have golf clubs, right? Whatever the case is. Most entrepreneurs, or when they're looking to sell, they say, hey, buy my book. I got golf clubs. Buy my golf clubs. Hey, I got a program. Buy my program. Link in the bio. 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 Right? Buy my book. Link in the bio. Buy my book. Link in the bio. Oh, you're going to go golfing this weekend. I got golf clubs. Right? That's what they do. However, The main thing is this. No one is going to buy your product if they can't see a solution to their problem in your product. No one is going to buy your product unless they see a solution to their pain point in your product. So if you say, hey, buy my book, link in the bio. Buy my program, link in the bio. Buy my golf clubs, link in the bio. Right? That doesn't resonate with me. It's not going to resonate with the end consumer because I have no idea what your book's about. And when I say I have no idea what your book's about, I'm not talking about the title of the book. I have no idea about your program, and I'm not talking about the title of your program. I'm talking about your actual program. Now, the golf clubs may be slightly different because if I'm going to actually to the golf course, I'm going to need golf clubs. However, what makes your golf clubs different from the other ones? How does your golf clubs solve my unique problem? How do they do that? So in your marketing messages, it's prudent in your marketing messages that you need to communicate the pain point to the consumer in the messaging so they can resonate with your book, resonate with your programs, resonate with the golf clubs, right? So it's not, hey, buy my book, link in the bio, buy my program, link in the bio, buy my golf clubs. It's what can these things actually do to serve the consumer on a highest level? They can see themselves, with the golf clubs, utilizing the book, utilizing the program, so that it speaks to them. And then how many things can your product or service solve that you can speak about and translate that into the messaging and give a clear call to action after you do that? Doing that by itself will increase your sales. All right? So we're talking about, number one, we're assuming that what you already have to the market solves a problem. Second thing is, we're going to say that you want to ensure that your messaging speaks to the consumer's pain or solution, depending on, if they're warm or cold, effectively with a clear call to action. All right? Boom. I spelled action wrong, but you feel me. With a clear call to action. All right? If you have any questions for those that are in the live chat, definitely throw them in, right? We can handle those and tackle those in real time. Rob, I see you, bro. It's popping. Ty was popping. So, number one, you need to make sure that your product and service actually solves a problem, right? Make sure that it solves a problem that's in the marketplace. Make sure that you're paying attention to the data that you're receiving from the marketplace, right? Because if you're paying attention to the data that you're receiving to the marketplace, it's going to tell you literally if, one, your product or service solves a problem, or two, if you can be positioning it differently. If you can position it differently. So for instance, right, I coach coaches, right, who struggle with their marketing, how to get the clear messaging so they can attract more clients and sell more. That's what I do. But if I'm looking at the market, and paying attention to what the market's telling me, it's telling me 70% of the consumers that resonate with my messages are female. So what does that mean? That means I could adjust my marketing messages to speak directly to that clientele, which should attract more of my actual dream consumer. So you need to do the same thing, right? Now, paying attention to the market, paying attention to how your messages are going out, right? You want to make sure that your messages speak to the consumer's pain or solution effectively and have a clear call to action. So if you know you got these golf clubs and you look at your competitors and their grips are all the same. And after they use their competitors' grips, they notice that, their hands tired, you get a pain in your wrist, whatever the case may be. And if your golf club solves that problem, you shouldn't be messaging, hey, I got golf clubs, link in the bio. Hey, brand new golf clubs. You should be speaking to, hey, listen, do you normally go golf? And you notice after about 6 holes, 8 holes, 9 holes, 18 holes, whatever the case may be, you got this crazy pain in your wrist. Your fingers ache. You almost feel like you have carpal tunnel or it's on the horizon. Well, our golf clubs not only solve that problem, but you use them in real time and your hands feel amazing, like you're not even playing golf, like your hands are on clouds. If that's what your product or service provides them, if that's the real experience, right? Talk to the pain, talk to the solution, not to the thing. Don't speak to the thing. Don't speak to the thing. Speak to how your product or service can actually solve a problem or keep them away from the pain. All right. Who's ready for number 3? Who's ready for number 3? I'm ready for number 3. All right. Number 3 is this. It's so simple, guys. Number 3 is consistency. So most entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, service providers, product providers, they don't do it enough. They do not do it enough. What does that mean? That means that they do just enough to make them feel satisfied, but they don't do it enough. Their results are not coming fast enough. Their sales are not coming in fast enough. They can't stand hearing no. They give up on the strategy too soon. They're not paying attention to the data. They're not paying attention to the market. They were thriving off their energy of motivation and not on the plan. So they abandoned the plan. Because you cannot live off motivation, because motivation is like ebbs and flows. Yo, I'm ready to go. Woo, we're going to rock it today. And then tomorrow come, you're like, I don't feel like making that call. I'm going to do 20 calls today, 20 calls today, 20 emails today. Nah, 10's enough. I did 10, I'm good. Let me watch Netflix now. The problem is, it's so easy. Consistency. If you want more sales, not only do you need to, let's go through it. Not only do you need to make sure that your product and service solves a problem, right? Not only do you need to make sure that in your messaging, when you're communicating your marketing messages, that you're ensuring that the messages speak to the consumer's pain or provides a solution effectively, right? And have a clear call to action. But you got to do it consistently. You got to do it consistently. You got to do it consistently. It's at the end of the day, it's math, it's numbers. And you're only going to get better and sell more if you get better at the process. You're only going to close more sales if you get better at the process, right? You got to get better at the process. Number 4. Number 4 is also an easy one. You guys are going to kill me after you hear this one. Show up. If you want to sell more, you got to show up. I'm on my other phone right now. If you want to sell more, you have to show up. What does that mean? Well, you have to show up in areas where your clients are going to be. So the first thing you need to do is, when thinking about your ideal client and who you want to sell more, if you want to sell more, where does your consumer hang out? So if it's online and you're thinking about social media, where on social media do they hang out? What pages do they go to? And why aren't you also on those pages so they can run into you? You got to go where it is. If you want to go swimming, you're going to go to where the water's at. If you need to fly out somewhere, you got to go to the airport. You have to go where your people are at. And you need to show up there consistently. I'm in my bag right now. I'm in my bag. Yo, these sales basics are like, they're so effective when you really think about them. They're so effective when you really think about them. All right, let's do a recap before we go to 5. So number 1, right? You want to make sure that your product and service solves a problem. It has to solve a problem. So I'm going to assume that whatever you're selling right now, it solves a problem. It's not what you want out there, because it doesn't matter what you want out there, because you aren't buying you're not buying your thing. So you need to make sure that your product and service solves a problem. Number 2, ensure that the messaging speaks to the pain points or a solution for your consumer effectively, and you have a clear call to action. And number 3, you want to make sure that you're consistent, whatever that means to you. Every day, 5 times a week, 4 times a week, I'm on, this is where I'm at. You want to make sure you're consistent. And number 4, you want to show up. Find the areas where you want to play and you want to show up. Like, for instance, I'm on YouTube Live right now. I'm committed to showing up Monday through Friday for 30 minutes, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm showing up and I'm consistent, right? Where else am I at? You can find me on Instagram daily, multiple times. You can find me on TikTok daily, multiple times. You can find me on podcasts weekly. Right? Where are you playing? Where can people learn from you, get your drip, right? Where can it effectively run into you consistently, right? Learn from you, be educated from you, be able to be served at a highest level. And then eventually that maturation of being nurtured will turn into a sale, because you become trustworthy and reliable and consistent. All right? Number 5. Number 5 is reviews and testimonials. Right? Now, this is a cheat code. This is a cheat code, yo. How many times have you went to the movies, or you wanted to see a movie, and then somebody was like, yo, that movie is trash. You're like, I don't even want to see it no more. Or somebody was like, yo, that movie is amazing. You have to see it. And you're like, yo, I'm getting a ticket tonight, right? Testimonials and reviews matter, especially when they come from somebody that the consumer may be able to identify with. It matters. It's a big deal. So what if I told you this? What if you enter into sales conversations, especially if you're selling high ticket, or even if you're selling low ticket, because we could take it right to Amazon. Amazon has hundreds, thousands of reviews on certain products. That increases your interest in purchasing that particular product. So what if you enter sales conversations? What if you had on your website, depending on your product or service in your process? What if you had in some of your email marketing, testimonials and reviews? Somebody that's cold, who's never, ever bought your thing, done business with you, or even seen you before. They're interested in working with you. And before a call, after a call, even during a call, they're like, yeah, I'm interested. Sounds good. So, who have you worked with before? Do you have any reviews? Do you have any testimonials? I would love to see them. Guess what? The reviews and the testimonials will literally close the sale sometimes faster than you, even before you ask for the sale. right? If you already delivered the transformation, if you already took care of the customer, if you have previous customers that have already received what they wanted from you, right? And you lead with that. Oh, yeah. Let me show you some testimonials. Yeah, I just had this client last week. Guess what? She made $2,000 for a book I helped her write. Oh, yeah. The book doesn't come out for 2 months. But guess what? Most of my clients make money in their first month before the book even comes out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Most publishers, they will tell you to go directly to Amazon. Yeah, but I tell my clients to go to Amazon for credibility, right? Because Amazon takes 70% of your revenue and actually gives you no customer data. Yeah, so you can't sell to them again. No, but check out a testimonial from one of my clients that literally not only is she on Amazon, right, for the credibility, but she actually made about $5,000 from selling her book. Oh yeah, and we was able to get her a book for speaking. Yeah, let me just play for you. Oh, actually, let me send you a link so you can check it out on your own. Right? What I'm looking to show you is that the testimonials are a cheat code. Use them, ask for them, throw them in your toolkit. They will make your sales percentage increase. Especially if your consumer sees a bunch of them or sees themselves in one of your testimonials. Especially if it's in the ideal client. All right? So if you're speaking, check this out. I'm about to drop this with you. If you are speaking to your dream client, your ideal client, the one that makes the most sense, right? The one that your product or service is for. And you have testimonials from your ideal client, your dream client, the one that your product and service is directly for. So the new versions of your dream clients come to you because they found you or you're marketing to them. They see reviews and testimonials from the versions of them that you've already worked with. How much easier is that sale? How much easier is that sale? Let's say, I'm gonna stay with the books. Let's say you help authors that are people of color. Male, female. Let's say female authors of color. You help female authors of color. But let's say you've already helped about 15 of them, 10 of them, 4 of them, 3 of them. Doesn't matter. You helped somebody. Because I don't want you guys to get caught up in only have 5 testimonials, only got 3. It doesn't matter. It's semantics. Right? But the new version of the new potential female author, right? Excuse me, that is looking to work with you. She sees other female authors of color that you've already worked with, and they had success, and she can see herself in them. The testimonials are going to close her, but faster than you are. Way faster than you will. So get your testimonials. Get your testimonials. Get them up. Get them up. All right? So let's do a quick little recap real quick. Quick little recap. Number 1, right? You need to make sure that your product or service solves a legit problem. Not something that you feel like, this is cool, I want this out there. No. It needs to solve a legit problem in a marketplace. Can you do something better than something that's already out? Can you solve something that doesn't exist and you're the solution now, right? You want to lead cold people away from the pain with your product, and you want to bring warm people to the solution with your product or service, right? Secondly, you want to ensure that you are speaking to or in your marketing messages is speaking to the effectiveness of your product and your service. How it takes away the pain, how it brings us to the solution. Not that you have a thing. It doesn't matter if you have a thing. We need to know what the thing does and how the thing's going to make my life experience better if I invest in the thing or if I buy the thing. You need to communicate that effectively. You need to clearly ask for the call to action, right? Number 3, we're talking about consistently. It sounds so easy, but a very high percentage of your competitors, and maybe you to an extent, you are not consistent. You move off of emotions too much. And the fact that you move off emotions too much, right, it handicaps you for being more successful than you could be. Because it's not emotions, it's logic and it's math and it's habits. That's what it is. It's not your emotions, okay? Number 4, showing up. You would think showing up is consistency. It's not the same thing. Consistency is consistency. I'm talking about showing up where your clients are. Showing up where they are so they can see you, you can see them, and they can run into your marketing messages. Where are they and why aren't you there? Right? Number 5 is reviews and testimonials. Get them, use them. I promise the majority of your competitors are not using reviews, testimonials, let alone getting any, right? Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Right? So look, hopefully you guys took the notes. You got all these 5 things on how to improve sales. Hopefully you took these notes. These are simple strategies, but they're so effective. They're like fundamentals, sales fundamentals. And most clients, not clients, most entrepreneurs, most entrepreneurs are not doing it. They're moving on emotions too much. They're moving on how they feel, how they want to show up today based off how they woke up in the morning. You can't operate a business like that. You can't scale sales like that. You can't grow like that. It's not going to work. Another thing is you need to look at what have you been doing and has it been effectively working? Because if it hasn't been effectively working, you need to pivot. You need to do something different, or you need to improve it. Right? So look, that's today's show. Sales fundamentals. Sales fundamentals. Sales fundamentals. And if you missed anything, it's gonna go live like immediately. We're gonna be live streaming. No, not live, but the playback is gonna be immediate, right on YouTube. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna hit the story real quick on the gram. If it works, it ain't working. Hold on, give me a second. Man, I need a new phone. It's crazy. Need a new phone, guys. Let's see if it works. Okay, here we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's live. It's the Imperfect Action Show. We just talked about sales fundamentals. And what I want you guys to do is take what you learned today, make imperfect action, take imperfect action, and improve your business with these 5 sales fundamentals that we use. All right, let's go. All right, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in today's episode. It's episode 12. Tomorrow's episode 13. I have a professional coming on the show who I learned from. He's in my mastermind. This brother is consistent, and he's going to be delivering a super strong message. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be talking about new skills for a new you. So make sure that you tap in and that you tune in. You don't want to miss this, all right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you missed anything, run it back, play it back. It's the Imperfect Action Show, all right? Peace.